Alright. Let's get this bread. Is that the what the young kids say? Haha. Can't you turn off subtitles? I don't think you can.
I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that,
you might be able to actually. Why do you ask?
Let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
I feel like there's no real reason to turn them off, right?
Was it Pat Garrett's posse? Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Ouch.
His army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out. So that's just what I did. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that...
Didn't you just talk about playing without audio but the subtitles annoy you? No, I said playing without audio, but I was thinking if there are any audible setups I need to keep track of. As in, like, do I need audio to set things up? Tricks and such, and timing.
Yeah, sort of.
No, the subtitles really help you with setting things up, actually. They really help, even if you can hear the lines of dialogue.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Hey Charlie, how you doing? Aw.
That's when Charlie got hit.
Yo, get some food, man. Get some food.
Get to the other side.
There he is. And I was missing him, god damn it. Oh my god, he's fast. He's fast.
It was pretty clear, even to Billy. But maybe discretion was the better part of valor. What's that mean? It means that it was time to cut and run.
Oh no, that was a bad ladder jump. Really bad, really horrible.
I'll draw their attention. He directed that order at me. Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
Alright, 317. What does that result in? I feel like that's below average? Oh wait, I need to close my window. Damn it, it's so refreshing, but it's so loud as well. If there was an invention that would enable me to just open my window, but delete audio coming from outside. Oh, that'd be amazing. Or even better, just let me live somewhere where there isn't just a street full of cars and other vehicles non-stop. But I guess that's impossible in the city, huh? Oh, what? No! Aww. Cover your walls with foam?
No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said
I feel like that would make my room soundproof, but that wouldn't help the whole audio from window problem.
Stepped inside, And bam,
Unless you're meant to type
last
Windows,
thing I heard was
in
Garrett's
which
voice.
case, no can
That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And boy,
Uh-oh.
that was
We might be playing on hard mode now, but I'm able to change it without time loss, I think.
So what happened?
If I menu fast. Okay, this needs to be good.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard.
Okay, that's the fourth one.
He was with John Kinney's gang.
I need to wait for a long
They were
line
sworn
of dialogue.
enemies of Billy's regulators.
And I also need for the noise outside.
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence.
There are sound cancelling headphones, yes, but there are no sound cancelling. I guess there are high quality microphones.
Billy make his move.
He shot Jim
He
Bell.
shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy.
Okay.
What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
BRB creating patent.
My
Okay.
first order of business was
I don't know if I lost time to do that or not,
I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
but yeah. Ah. I think you did lose a bit, yeah, probably.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did. Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing.
Whew.
Guards were everywhere looking for it.
Okay, that was good.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting. Apparently, some of them thought I was.
Oh, okay.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun. Get your headstone! There he is! So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I'm gonna stop it. Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. Dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself. Some say I fought unfairly, but they weren't the ones looking him in the eye that day.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Okay.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh,
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there! I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground and whatever else they
I shouldn't go for headshots, I guess.
always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said
Because the
Clarence
Passions are
cowboys
dead. Because
attacked
you
me.
threw dynamite at them. Hey, you know.
I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see.
If the passengers weren't cowboys, they would have survived. Alright?
I didn't see Ringo.
Friendly fire is disabled.
He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge.
Oh, reload faster. Oof.
But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd
Okay.
have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
I didn't expect them to explode like that. Okay.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? You're mine! And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good. He would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins. I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till Kingdom Come. Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon. But it was one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy
Okay, so
that it was the Mexican who took their father's life.
I think a flying
They
wooden
just
plank
assumed it was one of theirs, and that little
shortly
eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the old
was
Cape
between me and Clanton, and was interrupting my line of sight, and therefore I changed lock on there. That never happened before. It was funny. Okay, I hope that works. That was a bit of a weird one.
But first I need to tell
Nice.
you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious. Get ready, boys. There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack. There were carts everywhere.
That was a
piles of
headshot.
lumber, and
Bam,
God
from
knows
that
what else
distance.
for people to hide behind.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly,
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand. Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Are you saying no rain? Cowardice was not in Ringo?
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
I think this is gonna be my last attempt. So let's make this a good one.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
That should be good. That was pretty good.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
Nice.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ring. I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plumber looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head. I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill.
Ouch! That was a headshot.
Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only
Please
ones
heal,
drawn
please
to
heal.
that ritual. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam.
That was scary.
I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous. Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. Some of those shafts can be as deep as hell. I freely admit that my plan of attack is not just moronic, but clearly insane. It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
Sorry. I also kind of regret not practicing the Dalton level today. Or at least after the last run. That was close. But yeah, that Dalton level is scary. I feel very uncomfortable doing the quick dodge there actually, now that I think about it.
When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell? Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives.
Shit.
Including my own.
Shit. Ugh, why am I tired? What the hell?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
God damn! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Did he just say who said you could throw dynamite? Oh, that's funny. That's really good. I never heard that line before, I think.
So, did you finally...
Alright, this is a pretty exceptional pace for early game.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no joke.
I thought the Texas Rangers got hardened.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and...
God damn it, can't say no. Nope.
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero.
Oh god, bump.
And had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other...
Oh, okay, let me not mistime my focus this time.
Set up camp outside of town.
Mistime my focus this time. I thought I said the same thing twice, but I actually didn't. It just sounded too familiar.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their head. Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Nice.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived. As a moment later, I was facing
That was a pretty
down the fastest
perfect
gun
be
in the
quick or be
West.
dead as well. I'm astonished that... Okay, no. Shouldn't say anything. Shouldn't say it. Shouldn't even say it. It all comes down to me getting a good Dalton level and then just
I felt a
seeing what
bolt of
happens.
adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later,
As
after he
RNG.
was free,
Honestly, I
some
was thinking
suspect
about
took
getting
his
that
life.
early shot,
Shot him
and
in the back in a saloon.
I've never even seen that happen. I've never even...
Thank you.
I wouldn't think it would be possible to hit him early if it wasn't for Bullet and Crank talking about it and saying it's
Bounty was
possible.
put on Grey Wolf's
I
head.
never
That's
ever
how I
got
came
that,
to hunt
ever.
him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven. Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him. They saw me before I saw them. Then it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down. It was rugged country. Winter
Almost.
home of the Chiricahuas. That's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did.
Oh, that was a good shot on his side.
Deep
He quick-scoped the hell out of me.
Don't tell me you've been there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussing. See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide. And I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Oh god, that was fast enough, okay.
On the wall. They thought it was
Oh no! I got it! I got the checkpoint, barely! Oh my god, that was so close. That was incredibly close. Oh my god.
I came upon this flooded grotto.
Oh, I forgot to focus at the quick time at the start.
Unarmed,
Oh my god, that was...
his voice echoed in the
Oh.
shadows. And I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart.
Scary as hell,
If you do not release
but it's
it,
fine.
It will claim your soul.
Okay.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow, the eye have no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Perfect.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared, kind of like a mirror. I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. I chased after it, determined to make him explain the meaning of all
Sick
that
new strat?
mumbo-jumbo.
You mean timing that with the reload, the dynamite? That's not even new, but I just kind of took note of it.
I'm relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Oh, what? Okay. I was shooting too quick there.
But there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady. I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me. Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches around.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them. And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
That was really good.
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Thank you, darling.
Man, what did my goal time do in that level? I felt like that was incredibly fast, and yet it's a second behind. Okay, whatever.
Friends was a local gunsmith. And he hands out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the dogs
Nice.
got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time.
Yes! Oh,
Brothers
that
paid
was
dearly for
good.
their stupidity. But everybody knows.
Oh yeah, I did shoot too fast on that one part. You're right. You're
I
right.
read all about that day, so I know for a fact
Whew.
it went down very differently.
Okay, that was the part I was scared the most
First
of.
of all, time
Now it means not dying. That's my strat now. Not dying.
across the street.
Never done before. Let's see if we can do it.
They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many.
Oh my god. No! He got shot. That was so close to being perfect.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone.
I hate it when that happens. When you can't... Oh, when you miss people because they get shot and have that animation.
Where are you going?
Oh man. That feels bad. Oh god.
He saw a way to get around
Focus.
to the back of the bank.
Jesus.
A moment later,
Yeah.
he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild hunter.
We've got company. That's
Heroic men like him did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country.
Oh, that was scary.
Over there! Jim Booth, silent reach.
I almost took the fall damage again. That was really close. I almost died again at that exact same part. Okay.
His name? Silas.
This is a good run.
And when
I need to
dust
keep this
fire
going.
settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon.
I don't need to get extra shotguns. I already have 2 of them. I don't need 4 shotguns.
Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in coffee. And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs. Tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
Okay. Nice.
I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was,
I guess I don't even need to focus that part, right? I just need to pre-fire the guy if he spawns in that
in the
position.
middle of another shootout entirely.
So that's all I need to do.
Somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. They were shooting at the Browns.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
This was really
Say
good.
he was shot 23 times.
I don't even wanna... I kind of wanna hide my splits now. Because this is misleading. Part of me really wants to hide that because the hardest part is coming up. Steel Stallion is perfect in my PB. I'm not gonna be able to get that again.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course. So we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color. Red as blood.
Plant 'em where they stand.
Huh, I remember. Okay.
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time.
That checkpoint reload is new, by the way.
Point B and I was under serious attack, and my
Okay.
reinforcements was nowhere to be seen. A barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view,
Oh god.
but just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes.
Posture check. Thank you, Kenzie, you're right. Thank you for that posture check.
The goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve. Steve.
Huh? Oh,
No!
I'm listening.
I'm so slippery in slow motion here, it's so crazy.
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
Bounty hunters.
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening.
Okay.
I was just resting my eyes.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their two Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths, Heimhoffers, or who knows what. there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them. And that's when I saw
What's
it.
engraved on the wood part of your rifle? I thought about that exactly. I thought about that as well right now. Like, what is
This
that?
wasn't much more than a rag, really.
I thought it was liar at the start, but no.
In the swamps.
I don't know.
Guess it floated off.
When they was asking me the exact same question.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheel?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was in that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces. Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. I'm stubborn as hell.
What the hell?
Right about then,
I wanted
much to
to
my relief,
put my left gun away and it equipped the rifle. What the hell?
Motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck.
That was
pointing me
dumb.
Directly at the Daltons. I finally had them. After months of dogging. But it turned out that they had me.
That was so incredibly dumb. Why did it equip my rifle when I wanted to unequip my left gun? I wanted to avoid
Daltons had
the
played
slow motion there with quick door,
apparently the
but that made me mess up. That was random as hell.
way out of a burning labyrinth. Proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big.
Uh-oh.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsank.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how did you get off it, Mr. Breeze?
I took in a lot of
Damn it,
salt
that was
day,
slow.
So I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
7. 14, 15, 16. 8, 9, 10. Boom. 33, 4. Okay. Okay, I need to kill the other guy first before the other guy spawns. Okay.
We're in this together. Two brothers side by side.
That was an unfortunate time loss that I don't really understand. Why did it equip the rifle when I pressed the button to unequip my left-hand gun? That shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened.
They got it wrong.
That was frustrating.
A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold.
Do you use mouse wheel for equips? No, I don't.
I'd been on their trail for months. Ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy.
I use Q to switch between primary and handgun, and then there's a button to equip left-hand gun and unequip left-hand gun, like this.
They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route.
Okay, let's focus here.
Jump from the frying pan into the
1, 2,
fire as the
unequip,
train was
boom.
fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob,
Uh-oh.
I needed
That reload was accidental.
desperado. shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back. I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a
You
hand.
mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the Wild Bunch all by my lonesome, as usual. Who the hell is that?
Shit, I mistimed it. That was a way too early reload.
Novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they?
That was 5 kills with dynamite. I think I should only throw another one.
I had to cut him down pronto if I was gonna stay on old Bob's trail.
10? Okay.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Okay, I think there was enough delays. Yeah, that was good.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Wow, that dynamite strat really saved a lot of time there. That was incredible.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with them. Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado. Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Oh god, I don't feel comfortable doing the new 132 health strat out of running.
Found one.
That's just 2 balls out.
Bold plan clearly marked.
I'm gonna do it with stopping and using a setup. Just realigning myself real quick at the start.
The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Or should I just go balls out and... No, there's no reason to. Look at that time. There's no reason to do that. It's 1:30 to hell after all.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention. Don't you... But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks.
I was looking for an angle on defusing those bombs before I had to kill these guys.
I might as well remove the other one.
Uh-oh. There you go.
I figured I'd find my way from there.
So, what happened then?
I had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
It must have been terrifying trying to make my way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the ropes.
So that was all the dynamite?
It's funny you should mention that, darling. Because actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my
Whoa, I didn't want to do that. I guess that helped.
so
I didn't want to lock on.
and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Lock on there loses a bit of
Luckily, I found
time.
a cave, and as I made my way back to the
Because
bridge,
again,
I
you
saw
want to get to that end as
something
fast as possible and then kill the guys afterwards, but
and it
it's
was
fine.
moving fast as hell. I had to catch it.
Oh.
The burning
I
fuse
got the
was so
jump
dang
and the weight
I was
perfectly.
running like the wind.
That's funny.
I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a core in
Whoa. That was unnecessary.
the heart was pounding
That
like a
risk was
sledgehammer.
unnecessary.
I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful.
So far,
Well, it was a touching reunion.
I'm not gonna say it actually.
By
Ha!
that time, I was thoroughly
Would I have said it, I would have died there.
I was not a young man anymore.
Kill that SOB!
Send him to perdition. Finally, I found those boys, or more precisely, they found me. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Confronting opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel, pretty well shielded.
I was about to say, this looks like a really good 130 to hell. If I had said that out loud, 100% guaranteed I would have died there. 100% because he wouldn't grab on. That's how 130 works. Makes you feel safe and then...
Eventually, I brought that
Ah, why no Q key skip there? 2 death? Exactly, 2 death. You will definitely use sense of death there if you use that QT skip there. You're not able to survive that. I already have to reduce the number of people around there because it's just too many to run past.
as fast as he was. I was just a bit faster.
Whew.
And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about?
Pretty good 132L. That lock-on was unfortunate. Other than that, really good.
You ain't never finding him.
Okay. Steel Stallion.
Those
I
were
can't
his
do the
last
jump. I
words.
can't justify doing the YOLO jump. It's too high risk for the reward it gives. It's not worth it. I need to lose time here. I can only lose time here actually. I can't go for the YOLO jump. I need to do everything else perfectly and go for the safe way. I can't justify it at all.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this.
Wait, position? No! That was the unlucky spawn. That was the unlucky spawn that costs about 6 seconds.
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
Ah, that's too bad. Specifically that spawn along with that position. If he has that position, he will guaranteed hit you and there's nothing you can do. And he will delay the dialogue. If he's on the ground and proc Sense of Death, you will still proc the dialogue and don't delay it.
There was a big
But
payload in the express safe.
with that animation, if he's standing, yeah, you'll lose time.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota.
Oh, what?
Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man.
I
Excuse me, Ben.
was unable to reload the shotgun before the ladder, huh? That's rare.
Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting
Yeah.
here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you. Never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Boy, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But you
bar.
seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
That's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married
I can't
to the
do it.
infamous Belle Star? I came across a flat piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a gathering gun. I was looking for Jim, shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself. There sure were a lot of men determined to die that way.
I got the spawn! I got Lucky Luke, but I outspeeded him!
It was then
I
that
outfocused
Jesse
him!
detached
That slow motion was perfectly timed.
and trained.
Oh, yes! Okay.
I could see Jesse waiting for me,
Oh boy, okay.
so he could get away with all.
I will probably lose a bit of time. But I honestly...
James?
This was a really good Steel Stallion.
Knows that Jesse was
This was a really good Steel Stallion. It's unfortunate that I got the bad luck, but it's really good. It's still really good.
shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter
I
how
wish I could
far
do
you
something
run,
about that guy. I wish I could 100% get that quick door strat. But it saves too much time to not go for it. That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James.
Oh boy.
I just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got.
Okay. Whew.
After my showdown with
Why not
Jesse,
pull earlier? What do you
I
mean?
continued to track his brother, Frank, and that sumbitch Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact,
On the duel. I don't think I was able to.
some Indians who fled the res and were hiding out from
Did I delay that?
found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me
I'm not
telling
sure
them
I did.
where they were.
Indians?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but
Did I?
there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then. Hey,
Oh,
about another...
I don't think I was delaying it. You can't...
Tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir.
You need to wait for a specific time so you're able to pull the trigger.
Back to that again?
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men
And the darkness will grow.
until it consumes everything you are.
So, did you ever find him? Who? The man you are after.
Let me ask you something.
I might have delayed it because I wasn't focusing on the duel. I need to watch that back, but most of the time I'm mashing mouse 1 at that point. I'm mashing mouse 1 to pull as fast as I can. And that is, you know, that doesn't depend on how much focus and speed I have. That just means I need to shoot as fast as I can as soon as the game allows me to.
What is this that I can't see?
I will probably bleed time again in the final level.
Taking hold of me. Oh, dear.
Oh shit, sorry. Hit the mic.
So, I'm gonna answer the question.
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son-bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing. I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Yeah,
Frank
that's
James
fine.
believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well. He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle. You know, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse...
Oh, that was lucky.
Could have gone either way.
You normally get sense of death there, but he missed. So that's fortunate.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared. I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack. And that old shack, well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him. I never did like that bastard. I am done here.
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill. That murderer escaped my revenge again.
So, what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a
Alright, this is a very difficult strat.
But rather than wander in willy-nilly,
Let's see.
I decided it would be better to smoke
In
that
10
son of a
minutes.
bitch out.
10 minutes is all I need to see how much
No wonder
this run
you're so
actually
ornery.
rules. How
Can't
good
be
this
easy
is.
being married to
This
Belle
has immense
Star.
potential.
While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole stop? Would someone please?
Oh!
Eventually,
It was a weird spawn, okay. We'll probably lose a second or two.
I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brother.
Also, apologies for any background noises. Please ignore them. Gotcha. I was scared for a second there. I thought I was too little focus. What? Gold? Are you kidding me? There were multiple mistakes in there. Okay. Whatever. Keep on going. Focus, focus, focus. Final level. Here we go. Oh god.
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Okay.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But last,
Decent spawns.
Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he's had to be close to 70.
But for all you
Oh,
know,
no.
he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind.
I thought my without forgiveness gold would be really good. How was I able to beat that?
Did my
Whatever.
thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I've been after that killer forever.
I'm gonna keep more dynamite.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling us today.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Okay.
Because when I woke up,
This is it. It all comes down to this.
Dead?
This was incredibly good in my PB.
I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
There is potential to time save, though.
Billy the kid.
But it was still
William
really,
Bonnie.
really, really
He
good.
was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, and there, and even over there.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my
I got the
sins were
dynamite,
coming
okay.
back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition. I saw
The rest is up there as well.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hart, just like I remembered.
Okay.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. The ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a falling branch. He spent the
Holy
rest of
shit.
his life talking to the dog.
Newman Hayes Clayton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead. The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grant, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George
Okay.
Curry and Harvey
Good focus,
Lovelace,
good
alias
focus.
Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
One more.
Jesse Woodson,
Boom.
James and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy. Thought
I thought... Okay, that was it.
I saw Harry Alonzo Longo. The Sundance Kid. Leading his legion of the
No!
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead. He told us before that you'd
Are you kidding me?
He was alive.
With the 1 HP he had,
From afar. It was
he
Robert
knocked me
Lee
out cold.
AKA Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
1 HP. I shouldn't have went in like that. That was a risk I didn't need to take. But he didn't die as fast as I thought he would. That is a costly death. That is a very costly death.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
This was some
Those
pace
two looked like they hadn't seen each other
for a
quite
sub
while.
113.30.
Clearly, they were
Something
no
that I
longer
thought would
immediate.
originally be my final goal. I don't think this will beat that.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked him about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
That was my mistake though. 100%.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money?
That was a wrong decision made by me.
You frittered it all away, Butch. Anna's mine. So is that damn.
This is still a PB.
I didn't want to shoot anybody.
Let's see
until
what
I
it
had an
is.
answer to my question. But those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
I would assume this death would lose me 6 seconds. Actually, no. 8 seconds? 6 to 8 seconds. So I guess I'll say 7. Plus 7. Well, this is a bit too much. Please, let me shoot. Please, let me shoot. Are you kidding me? Does it normally take that long? What the hell? That took forever.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid
That took
died
insanely
there in the
long.
Cemetery not 6 months ago.
No! Why? Why did that take so long? I didn't realize how costly that death was. That felt way longer than usual, let me tell you.
But it ain't the
That was an incredible amount longer than usual.
Bob. There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
I've never seen this before, so I can only think of one reason why that took so long, and that's because of the death.
Maybe you're right.
That death didn't take 7
Maybe
or 8
it's
seconds.
time to pay.
It took 36.
You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
Maybe it didn't switch back and forth often? No, that's not the reason.
I was a different man back then, crazy.
That is 100% not the reason.
My ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along.
Well,
why not just lay your cards on the table?
that's a sad end for this insane run.
Wanted to suss you out, Bob.
I don't know if you can call that GG, but yeah, nice try.
Maybe prod you into drawing on me.
Ah,
See, all those years on your trail turned me
never
into a
again.
killer.
Never again will I run in for that kill and be greedy like that.
Before you tried to murder me.
I didn't do that yellow jump for the same reason.
That very same path in
It wasn't
exactly
worth the
opposite
risk.
direction.
That should have been a situation I needed to
Think your
evaluate
life is worth
better.
sparing, Bob?
Looks like this run is a ghost too.
What's your name again?
I guess it is.
Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life?
Part of me wants to upload this anyway.
Tomorrow
Part of me really wants to upload this anyway.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life. You hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
Label world's biggest choke. I don't know. I don't think it was a choke. It was just bad decision making in that one moment. Because he didn't die as fast as he normally would. I don't think it was a joke, just a bad call. And now I know I need to avoid that call. It was a choke? Then you can call it now. Ah.
Won't you spare me over to another year?
At least I know for the future. At least, yet again, with every run that I do, I learn something new.